Hey, what's going on? You're now locked into On Cue with JQ. For today's show, we're here in front of the Raleigh Memorial Auditorium in downtown Raleigh. Today's show, I'll be interviewing the founder of the Georgia and Carolina Music Awards, Omar McCallop. He talks about his inspiration for putting the awards together, his involvement outside of music, and much, much more. So let's talk about it. Stay tuned. I'm your host, JQ, and joining me today is Omar. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chit chat with us for a little bit.
No problem.
For those of you who do not know, I was able to sit down and talk with you a couple of weeks ago and interview you for the first edition of the Rebel View magazine. Shout out to Lizzie, by the way. And you also got a front page cover. So congrats.
Yes, thank you.
So for those individuals that don't know who you are and what you do, give them a brief introduction.
Our company, we are primarily a marketing, branding, business development company, consulting internally and externally. What that means is we have projects that we create inside of our four walls. The award show, Nation Piece, which is Carolina Music Awards, GA Music Awards, launching Florida, Tennessee, Virginia, just music award shows and general award shows as well. That is an internal product. Entrepreneurs, which is the reality show that we produce, that's an internal product. Also, we have external products and external clients, artists, actresses, physical products. We have brands that come to us to develop a campaign, and even political officials. We've done marketing for political campaigns as well. So we work on both sides of the coin. As we're sitting in the office and we come up with a good idea, we seek to execute that idea, and at the same time, people from outside of the four walls come in and say, hey, we need help with X, Y, and Z.
Well, you mentioned a lot of stuff that we're going to talk about today. Is that the reason why they call you Super O? Because you got your hands in so many things?
I'll sound egotistical if I answer that question.
So let's take it back a little bit. So when did you first get started, getting involved in the entertainment field?
I always tell people in some form or fashion, I feel like I've always been involved, even from a high school, college standpoint. We always threw parties and did stuff on that level. By late college, I was into concerts and concert tours and things of that nature. And then beyond college, we just started to develop more structural parts of the entertainment industry and venturing out into more TV and film and things of that nature.
Well, it seems like you got a head start. Unlike myself, I waited to after college to get into the media field. But what were some of the hardships that you had to overcome on your journey?
I think one is that I am in a market that is not a heavy entertainment market, and I've had the opportunity from friends and associates, et cetera, saying, hey, move here or move there, and for a lot of different reasons, I decided not to. But I think when you come from a market that is not as entertainment heavy as Florida, Miami area, or Atlanta, Georgia area, DC, New York, Chicago, when you don't come from one of the major markets, then it's a little bit more challenging. So I would say that was the first thing. And then after that, building our brand, so to speak. It's one thing to go out and say, hey, we can do these things. It's another thing to go ahead and accomplish those things so that people can see and live and breathe.
So you're the executive producer of the reality show Entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see a short clip really quick,
okay.
So viewers can take a look at that.
Hi, I'm Bob Winstead, and I'm an entrepreneur. On Entrepreneurs, I'll show you what it takes to start a business, make it run, and begin living the American dream. I'll share what the top 1% have discovered. You don't inherit it, you won't learn it in school, and you will not get it being an apprentice to someone else. Come watch our 16 contestants apply these techniques as we take an idea and turn it into an international business, while they compete to be the ultimate entrepreneur to win a $100,000 business package or $50,000 cash.
Gina,
I know we haven't seen the last of you, but for now, you're suspended. Okay, there's your new teams. Get some sleep because in the morning, we'll be going to spring break in Panama City, Florida. Using very different methods, both teams get solid results, but only one team will move on. In keeping with the pirate theme, as the losing team, you're to be marooned on Shell Island. Your ride awaits.
So let's talk about the Carolina Music Awards, okay?
Yep.
What was your inspiration of putting together an award show?
We looked at what was in this market, and we looked at what was going on in music in the closest market to here, which is the Atlanta, Georgia market, and quite frankly, a very successful market in the music business. And we just said, hey, what does that market have that we don't have in this market? And we came up with a list of a lot of things. How the DJs and the radio function is different from this market to that. Revenue generation from the entertainment business, that model is different. Even down to how the number of entertainment lawyers in this market and in that market. So we came up with a number of things. One of the things that we came up with that we felt like we could have an impact on, because we didn't feel like we could impact all of those things. So we felt like the thing that we could have the quickest impact on is a way to celebrate Carolina artists. There was no mechanism to celebrate Carolina artists in hip-hop, R&B, rock, and country. Whereas in that market, they had more award shows than you could throw a stick in. So they had lots. And so we said, hey, that's a place where we can make a change. Or where we can affect the market from a music standpoint to at least say, hey, it's not necessarily about this person won Carolina Music Award and they are better, or it's not really about that. It's really saying, hey, we put together this structure, which is the Carolina Music Awards. We have a system, and here are some people you should take a listen to. These are some of the not best but primary, I would say, artists in the market, and they're active. They're obviously active by default because of our system. If they were not active, it's hard to win an award if you're not active. So that's where it came from. We wanted to make sure that we develop a system to acknowledge Carolina artists.
Did you have a lot of support, or was it like self-motivation throughout your journey?
I have a lot of support. I think it's a balance of both.
Right.
I have support that you can't see, so to speak, not in the form of people. We do a lot of convincing that these things are possible and necessary. I have a lot of family support, just from a foundation standpoint. At the end of the day, I feel comfortable going out, trying things and failing, or trying things and winning, and really not having a lot of concern for what the people watching have to say about that. That's just not a part of my concern base. And so when you can do that, then you can continue to try different things and not necessarily being afraid to fail. There are projects that we tried, they didn't work, we moved on. And I think that people in certain markets are afraid of that. They're afraid to say, hey, we tried this and it didn't work.
Right.
And I think that fear is problematic. When I was in grad school, and it was this book that I recommend people read called Built to Last. And it talks about almost every major brand or every major company that you know of had things that failed. Before Walmart came up with their perfect scenario for a store, they closed and bankrupt a lot of stores, finding that system. And so there's examples of ups and downs and trying different things and not getting it right the first time in any major brand you want to look at. And people, especially in the entertainment business, don't necessarily see that or know about that.
got this O Entertainment Incorporation. Tell me a little bit about that.
OENT is where we kind of started out at. For a long time, most people in the party or entertainment business, you just kind of do business. It's just like a cash business. You throw a party, you make cash, you do a concert. It's not necessarily for a lot of people, at least in the past, not an incorporated entity. When we did our first TV show, one of the main reasons we had to go get structured back in, this is early 2000s, I guess, we couldn't get a check from the television unless we had a formal structure.
Right.
And so that's kind of how the naming it that came along, and everything we just put everything under that umbrella, to be honest. But now as we are expanding, we're putting everything in its place, so to speak, because we have Award Show Nation, and Award Show Nation as an entity will house music festivals that we're doing. Obviously, the award shows. It'll host the Carolina Entertainment Conference. It'll host, all of those pieces. And the OENT or whatever brand we launch next will house Galaxy Studios, which is the studio project that we're working on. It'll house Streaming for Charity, which is a television project that we're working on, and anything else I come up with, I guess. We're just doing some restructuring so that everything kind of has its place. So a lot of stuff that was housed under the OENT umbrella will be more so under Award Show Nation because they are derivatives from the award shows, like the music festival in Wilmington that we're producing, and like I said, the conferences and the festivals and anything that kind of spins off from the award show will go under Award Show Nation. OENT should really be consulting and non-musical projects. But it was kind of like, let's just dump all over there here, but now we're kind of getting it.
Well, Omar has dropped a lot of knowledge today. I want to thank you once again for taking the time out of your schedule. I know you have some business meetings and some business plans to tend to. So before you leave, let everybody know where they can find you on your social media and website.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. First of all, the best place, Twitter, Super O on Twitter. GM Awards or CM Awards for the award shows. You can always get me just by going to one of the websites, CarolinaMusicAwards.com, GAMusicAwards.com. Hit the contact, that'll come to us. And I'm on Facebook as just Omar McCallop. I spend probably too much time hanging out and talking and doing stuff like that. But Twitter, Super O, is the primary place that you can get in contact with me personally. But if it's for some business stuff, just come to one of the award show websites, and that's it.
Make sure to get your tickets for the Carolina and Georgia Music Awards. I'll be there. Will you? It's JQ. Stay true to yourself, and we're out.